Hello everyone, Adam Beasley here with Adam Beasley's Handmade Bows. You'll find me at the farmer's market on Saturdays. I'll be there this coming Saturday where I sell patriotic bows and Christmas bows for as a fundraiser for Guide Dogs of America and Tender Loving Canines. And tonight I thought I would do a video and show you how I make my bows. I also do all the decorations on the boll weevil monument for all the patriotic holidays. All the handmade bows you see there, I do make, and everything. And it's just such an honor to have that opportunity to get to do the display on the boll weevil monument in Enterprise. But I thought I would show you how I make my bows. Those of you that have bought my bows at the Enterprise Farmers Market, thank you very much, and come back and see what I have to offer. Like I say, I'll be there this coming Saturday, and then the following Saturday I will also be there. But anyway, let's get started building a bow. We're going to be building a bow out of this ribbon right here tonight. Beautiful Christmas ribbon. So to get started, all of my bows have a main wire in them. This main wire right here. So we're going to fold this wire in half. Let me move the camera down where you'll be able to see me working on the jig I use is Probow The Hand. That is the jig I use to build my bows. These bows are a 10-inch bow. And then you have fingers here. This is the main finger, and then you have the center finger, and then you have 4 other fingers on each side that we're going to be building our bow. So to get started building our bow, we take and crimp it together, and then we put the main wire on. Goes on just like that. Then it comes around this center finger, like this right here. This is the top of the bow, and this is the bottom of the bow down here. So we take this and wrap it around right here. I thought it'd be interesting for me to do a video for you to see how my bows are made, and that I do in fact make them by hand using a jig called Probow The Hand. Anyway, we've got our ribbon wrapped around our first finger, and then we're going to come here. Every time I go to the next finger, I have to gather it up and twist it so that the correct side of the ribbon is out. So on the next finger, we get 2 loops on this first finger. This is finger 1, 2, 3, and 4 on both sides. So this gets 2 loops of ribbon around this first finger. We come around here, we go around this finger right here, and then we go back around the same fingers again to get our bow started. I just thought it'd be interesting for you to see how my bows are made. This is a pretty Christmas bow that I'm making tonight. That will be on sale this coming Saturday. I believe it's the 19th. I'm not sure. But anyway, all right, we've got that one finished. And all my bows have an additional wire in them in between each layer that goes in between to help hold the bows together. If your main wire was to break, you would not lose your bow because it has this secondary wire in the bow to help hold it together. If your main wire was to break after you put it on your wreath a few times or put it on your door a few times, you would not lose your bow because it has the secondary wire in it. So we're through with this finger. We're going to go to this finger right here, that number 2, and we're going to start making our loops around finger number 2. Like I say, the jig I use is Probow The Hand. And if you haven't been to the farmer's market to see my bows, come this Saturday. I'll be there at the farmer's market. You'll be able to purchase one of my bows. My bows are $30 each, and all the funds go to Guide Dogs of America and Tender Loving Canines. I've been a volunteer with Guide Dogs of America and Tender Loving Canines for almost 25 years now. And this is my way of giving back to the organization. We provide guide dogs, PTSD dogs, autism dogs, and facility dogs, all free of charge all over the United States and Canada. We have a facility dog at Vivian B. Adams School. We have a facility dog at the Enterprise Police Department, Finn. Some of you may know Finn. He comes from Guide Dogs of America and Tender Loving Canines. He's one of our facility dogs that we gave to the Enterprise Police Department, and he does a great job there. So we've done 2 loops on each one of these. So we're going to tie our bow off again with our secondary wire. And this finger gets one more loop of ribbon. I know it doesn't look much like a bow now, you know, just wrapping ribbon around pins, but you'll see when we get through and I fluff it out that it makes a beautiful, beautiful bow. Like I say, these bows are for sale. They will be at the Enterprise Farmers Market this Saturday for sale. Adam Beasley's handmade bows. And like I say, all the funds go to Guide Dogs of America and Tender Loving Canines. All right, we're through with this finger. We're moving on to the third finger. The third finger gets 4 loops. So we'll keep on doing this. Takes about 10 or 15 minutes to build a bow and get it ready, get it fluffed out, and get it ready. This Saturday I will have patriotic bows and Christmas bows this coming Saturday at the farmer's market to sell. Hopefully you can see this all right. I think you can. Anyway, I just wanted to do a little video. A lot of people ask how I make my bows and everything. Like I said, I do all the patriotic decorations on the Boll Weevil Monument, and I hope all of you enjoyed the 2 patriotic holiday decorations that we've had this year so far, Memorial Day and 4th of July. It's my honor to be able to do that, and I certainly thank the City of Enterprise for giving me that opportunity to decorate the boll weevil monument for all of our patriotic holidays. The next one that the monument will be decorated for will be September 11th, and then Veterans Day. I have 4 holidays that I decorate the boll weevil monument for, and other places I get to decorate for the patriotic holidays, and I certainly enjoy doing that. I enjoy making these bows to be able to at least give somebody some joy of having a beautiful bow to take home, hang on their door, put on their wreath, or wherever they would like to use it. Like I say, these are all handmade by me, as you can see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 2 more loops to go on here. I believe, yeah, we tied off our secondary wire. Now we're going around here 2 more times. I had to stop and count, lost count. But anyway, this is a handmade bow made by me, Adam Beasley, using a jig that's called Probow The Hand to make my bows. It doesn't look much like a bow right now, I know, but once we get through building it, all of my bows have 10 yards of ribbon in them. It takes 10 yards of ribbon to build my bows, and they're about 10 inches across. And these bows will last you a long time because I use a secondary wire in case your main wire was to break, the wire that you use to tie it on to whatever you're putting it on. You'd be able to add another wire or to the bow to continue using it. All right, we've got this finger all finished. We're going to tie it off here with our secondary wire. There we go. We like one more finger, finger 4, and it gets 4 loops also. So we're going to go around it 4 times. Like I said, this is the top of the bow right here, and where I'm twisting and bringing it around to the next finger is the bottom of the bow. So this is our 4th finger, right and left. Do another loop around each one of these bows, one of these fingers to make our bow. There's loop number 2 on the right, and then we'll do loop number 2 on the left. We're almost done building our bow. Then we'll have to cut our tails. Each one of my bows has 4 tails on it. And the tails are right at 20 inches long a piece. So we've got 2 loops on each side. We're going to tie it off with our secondary wire. There it is, secondary wire. We're going to tie that off right there. And then we have 2 more loops to make. To finish our bow out. I'm Adam Beasley, and I make these handmade bows, and I sell them at the farmer's market in Enterprise. Like I said, all the funds go to Guide Dogs of America and Tender Loving Canines. If you're in need of a bow, Christmas bow or a patriotic bow, come out and see me this coming Saturday. I will be at the farmer's market. This bow that you're seeing me make will be available for sale on Saturday if you would like it, or the other bows that I have made are going to be there. They're $30 each, and all the funds go to Guide Dogs of America and Tender Loving Canines. All right, our last loop for this bow goes right there. We're almost done making our bow. How about that? We've made a bow while you've been watching here, and it hasn't taken too long. There we go. We've got our bow made. We're going to tie it off with our secondary wire. And then we'll take our main wire and tie it. The main wire that we started with. Unwrap it from around up here. We pull it tight. And we twist it. Get it twisted up here where we can finish our bow off. All right. We're all done. Cut this secondary wire. We don't need it anymore. That out of the way. There we have our secondary wire out of the way. We have our bow made. Now we got to cut the ribbon off at the bottom of the bow. All right, this is our bow right here. We take it off the jig. That's what our bow looks like right there. That's our bow. It don't look much like a bow, does it? Not right now, but it will in a few minutes. All right, so now we got to make our tail. I go ahead and make our tails before I fluff out the bow. So let's trim this ribbon straight. I hope you're enjoying watching me make a bow. I hope it's informative to you, and that way you can understand if you come by one of my bows, how they're made at the farmer's market. So we got 20 inches right there. We're going to fold this in half. Fold that in half and bring it around, and we'll cut it. And then we'll make one more like this. 20 inches right there. I can cut it right here next to where it ends. There we go. Then we'll take this piece of this 40-inch piece and get another cutting off of here. This will be our tails. All right, there's our tails right there. All right, that's our tails. We'll lay them to the side. We don't need them now. This is my board that I use to fluff my bows out with. It has a eye loop right there and then a screw right there. So I run my bow through the wire through the loop. This holds my bow while I fluff it out. You're fixing to see this bow come to life now. It doesn't look much like a bow like it is right here, but we're fixing to make it look like a beautiful, beautiful Christmas bow. So we separate the loops, bring this one around here. A lot of it is in how I fluff these bows out, how I fluff these loops out that make it look so pretty and make it look like a beautiful bow. So there's those two. And then we'll fluff these two around. Then we'll turn our board around. There you're starting to see it look like a bow. We've got these, the first row, this is row 1 of the loops in your bow. This is row 1 still, the other side. All right, there's that all flared out, fixed up. Make sure those are right, and they are. Then we'll start on row 2. There's 4 loops in this row. Pull these around, get them set up. Like I say, the jig I use is called Probow The Hand. It does a beautiful job. Turn that around, you can see it's starting to look like a bow. We get this other side pulled around and spread out. I want to thank you for watching my video, and if you come to the farmer's market, you'll know how my bows are made. I'm going to post this in several places on Facebook, so it'll be in several places for you to see. Then we're on the 3rd row now, getting these bows all straightened out, these loops. All right, look at there. We're looking more like a bow. And we'll turn the board around again. Get the 3rd row on this side, spread out. I use wired ribbon, wired edge ribbon to make my bows. And it's 2.5 inch wide ribbon, and it takes 10 yards to make the bows I make, and they're about 10 inches wide in diameter. 10 inch, it's a 10-inch bow. All right, there's row 3 all done. Let's go to row 2. Row 2. Row 2. There we go. Row 2. Pick these up again where I've had my hand on them, where they're not straight. There we go. Getting that fluffed up. Let's turn our board around again to row 2. It's amazing what we started out with, isn't it, to make this bow. Started out with ribbon on a board with pegs, making loops around the pegs. And now we have a beautiful bow that is almost all done. Like I say, this bow will be for sale on Saturday for $30. And all the funds go to Guide Dogs of America. All right, there we go. We've got our bow fixed up. We're going to take it off the board. Take it off the board. Going to finish opening these bottom loops because they were against the board. Open these bottom loops. and I'm going to pick it up and show it to you here in just a minute once I get these bottom loops all opened up, what this bow looks like before we put the tails on it, and then I'll show it to you after we get the tails put on it. There's our bow, all finished up with the, before the loops or the tails are put on. And now we're going to put our tails on. Turn the bow upside down. Upside down, and then I get my wire all situated here where I can put my tails on. Tails are going to go right there. That's the upside, that's the underside of the bow, the side that I was working on. That's the underside, the back side of the bow. And then we get our tails. These are our tails. Goes even there. And even on this end. Fold them in half. That gives us our 20-inch tails on each one of our tails. Half. Bring them down. Get them straight. And we take our tails and gather them together right there where they're crimped. Right here. Get them straight again. Gather them together right here. And we bend them. Turn them upside down because the bow's upside down. We want our tails upside down. We put our tails in the center of our bow. We take our wire and we wrap it around our tails. There we go. And we spread our tails out a little bit. Flip our bow back over. So we straighten it back up after we had it laying on the table. One more step and we'll have our bow all finished up. One more step. The next step is I put a dovetail in each one of my ends of my a dovetail in the ends of my tails on my bow. It just gives them a finished look. So I take and fold my ribbon in half and cut from the folded side to the open side, and that gives us a dovetail like that right there. We do that with all of our tails. And we have made a bow together. Hope you've enjoyed learning how I do how I make these bows. And like I say, if you're in the Enterprise area or if you're wherever you come from, come to the farmers market Saturday, and I will have this particular bow will be for sale along with other bows that I have made. Christmas and patriotic bows. Both will be for sale Saturday, this coming Saturday. There you go. There's another. There we are. We're all done. Now I'm going to turn the camera up again. There it is. All right. So thank you for watching. This is our finished bow. You can see it with all the tails. This is our finished bow that you got to watch me make. I hope you enjoyed watching me make this bow. Like I say, this bow will be for sale at the farmers market this coming Saturday. This is Adam Beasley with Adam Beasley's Handmade Bow. Thank you for watching. Please leave any comments you might have. And I hope you enjoyed seeing how I make my handmade bows. It's been a pleasure to show you how these bows are made. Come out and see me at the farmer's market this coming Saturday and the next Saturday. I'm usually there every Saturday. I may take the month of August off. I don't know yet. But anyway, this is Adam Beasley with Adam Beasley's Handmade Bows. You watched me make this very bow on the video, and I hope you enjoyed seeing it be made. Y'all have a good day, and come see me at the farmer's market.